connective tissue of our feet, which seems maybe really obscure and strange, but it actually can impact greatly the range of motion in our hips if we're feeling tight. It can also release strain around the knees. So, especially if you're coming with tight hips, best to sit on a chair where your knee's pretty much at the same height as your hip. Rather than sitting on the floor, you'll start with one side, bring your fingers between each of your toes, even that pinky toe and the second toe. Free hand can just stabilize the knee. And we're working with an acronym here, RIP, flip. So the R is our first movement, rotation. And you're just going to bring your foot from the ankle, drawing big circles, as big as you can. You can work with your breath. Count about 5 or 6 breaths. I wouldn't do less. You can definitely do more. And then working the other side. Your toes can get into the movement as well, but you want to make sure it starts from your ankle. And we'll move to the I, which is invert and evert. Invert is I draw my pinky towards me. I'm thinking the sole of my foot is kind of like a book I'm opening to read. So I'm bringing it up and then I'm drawing it away. Because these are such simple exercises, it's a really great opportunity to check in with our breath. Just be present. We'll move to the P, which stands for point, and flex. So pointing, again, we want the movement to come from the ankle. At the end, the toes for sure can be included in the stretch. But get that flexion as well all the way to the ankle. Include your pinky toe in the flexion too. Sometimes it's a little resistant to the movement. Okay. And the fourth final movement of the series is flip, which stands for flipper. So you're drawing your fingers with the toes in between them as if they're spreading out like the fins of a flipper. And then you come back, and you do it a few more times, just as if you're lengthening your toe bones away from the ankle. On the exhale, you can just release any tension or tightness you might find, or just come back to the presence and the awareness of your breath. You can release it out in between. Before you do the second side, if you want to check the kind of effect it might have had on you. You can come into a lunge, so I worked on my right side. I'll take my right leg back. My left leg will be forward. I'm definitely making sure my front knee doesn't go in front of my ankle, doesn't go beyond. I'm just going to see how that feels, what kind of accessibility I have to send that leg back. I'm not dropping my belly forward, I'm lifting from the heart. And then I'll try it on my other side. And see, does it feel the same? Is there a difference in sensation? Is it more stiff, etc.? And then you come back, and you work through this series again, second side. Thanks so much for joining.